Okay, everybody, welcome back to Scales of Safety Exit Interview Part 2. At this point now, we are sort of face-to-face and we are basically ready to start to conduct the official interview. As it said, NEBOSH will send us certain questions to ask learners. We get roughly about 5 questions from them to ask. We only have to ask 3 of them. So when I prepare for your exit interview, I will already have a copy of your OBE printed, and I will start to look at some of the questions, and I will see what NEBOSH are asking us to ask you. I will highlight 3 of those questions that I feel that would be good to ask the learner, and then I will go through and I will specifically look into your exit, so your submission to NEBOSH, and I will highlight specifically some answers ready to ask you. So one of the questions may be along the lines of, for task 7, you were asked around financial arguments that could be used to convince the management that safety needs to be improved. 2 examples that you gave were, and I would read those 2 examples to you, and then I might follow through with, which of these arguments do you think is more convincing and why? So I'll let you say, so take a moment then, think about your answer, and then when you're ready, give me your answers. And that's pretty much how that'll roll. And I will, I don't encourage learners to rush straight into it. I want them to really think about their answers that they're going to give to us. So for this one, it'll be, which of these arguments that you gave, financial arguments that you gave to convince the directors, did you think was more convincing? So think about that part first. And then Part B really is, why would you think that was more convincing? And as a learning provider then, it's my job to just take notes. And I will have them sort of here, and I will take notes on your responses that you give. And I do that really 3 times for 3 different questions. Now, in the very rare event that, we feel that your answers that you're giving, or maybe I look for things like body language and the nature of your answer, because that's where we feel like if there is any reason to, then we can notify NEBOSH for a requirement for a further investigation. And then we put like the nature of the concern, why is it and what is our concern, and were we satisfied by the answers that the learner provided, and what deficiencies did we have with them. But that's a very rare occasion at that point that would occur. I'm not saying it doesn't happen with some learning providers, but still. So yeah, I just wanted to give you an insight. And we do that for 3 questions, really. And then after that, they're all logged in by Teams. The ones that we do are all via Teams. And they're all structured under 15-minute slots. So 15-minute windows is what we'll get, really, with the learners. And then we just really try to say to them, look, that's it. Thank you very much for your time. All the best with your studies. Come forth if you're doing, NG2 at that point as well. And really just to thank them and say, look, it's done now. Your submissions are done. What more can we do? Move on. Focus on the next big mountain that you're trying to push through. So that was from me there. Just a little bit about the exit interview process. Pete Collins, Scales of Safety. Thank you very much for your time. Remember, we don't do it for likes. We don't do it for subs. We do it for you. Best of luck with your studies. Thank you.